Uh, YouTube, Spotify, you have been hit with the Seoul Dojo podcast. My name is Curtis Russell, senior editor at Sports Gamers Online, and I'm also the main content creator here on the Seoul Dojo podcast. Look, we have loads to talk about. I do have Daniel Owens from Sports Gamers Online, staff writer from Sports Gamers Online. He will be joining me here pretty soon. Real quick, I just want to do a quick check. Oh yeah, perfect. We sound good. I never get like a really good sound check. You guys know this. It's been a while. It's been a while since we did the Soul Dojo podcast, and that's on me. I had vacation. I had school to finish up. I did a lot of things, but we're back. We're back officially. I cannot wait because there's so much going on in the world of games. Xbox. There's like, we just had Summer Game Fest. There's so many awesome games coming out. So many people have these strong opinions about a brand new God of War game. There's just so many things going on right now. And I think it's just honestly genuinely hilarious. Some of the things that people have said. I just got done watching a clip of Greg Miller go on about how what he would do if he was in charge of Xbox, and it had nothing to do really with exclusives. He just wanted to create a bunch of games and pump those things out. I kind of disagree a little bit, but that's just me. Of course, we don't want to see companies get closed down, and we don't want to see people lose their jobs. But I guess I kind of see what Xbox is doing. They're cutting it down. They're making themselves smaller to ultimately kind of find themselves and climb back up the ladder. I think ultimately climb back up that video game ladder and bring themselves back up to the top. But we'll talk more about Xbox a little bit later. So the intro's done. Let's talk about this just in. Oh, whoa, what am I doing here? This just in. I'm going to get Daniel to talk about the second this just in news thing, but what I have right now is EAFC 27 reveal. The EAFC 27 reveal will be during the World Cup finals week. I don't know. I can't pinpoint an exact day, but it will be during the week of the World Cup final, the 2026 World Cup final. And there's going to be an FC The Grounds deep dive. I don't know if it's going to be shortly after. They might do a couple of other deep dives. EA Sports will show what deep dives are coming out. So I learned about this from a similar source that I got about the FIFA 2K stuff. Which we'll talk about here in a minute. If you guys know FIFA 2K, I got a tip from a source basically saying that the FIFA and 2K were both ready to work on a game together. It could be called FIFA 2K, it could be called something else, but they were going to work together on a game. And ultimately it fell through because FIFA wanted to work on more faster, more profitable avenues like what we have now, the FIFA World Cup launch title, FIFA Heroes. They wanted something a little bit quicker where 2K would have had to do a whole development cycle. They would have had to go out and get different licenses for clubs. They would have had to go out and get the FIFA Pro license. The reason why I'm saying that is because the same source that gave me this, basically, they told me that EAFC 27 will be released on the week of July 14th, which is the finals week. The World Cup final is on July 19th. So we could possibly get like a finals, World Cup finals, like during the World Cup final, we could get like a FIFA trailer or EAFC trailer. I mean, that would be bananas. That would be a great way to hype up the game. And FC The Grounds deep dive will be sometime after that. So FC The Grounds, if you don't know, is the like NBA 2K My City of EAFC. So they've patented this. We've been hearing rumors about it. People have play tested this. I'm not going to say too much of what I know. I have seen some stuff. But I think that's all I'm going to say. All I'm going to say is this looks very big for EAFC and for EA Sports. from what I know with the grounds, from what I know from FC grounds, this looks insane. It looks crazy. It looks like something that's going to be around for a while. It's probably going to get better with each iteration, just like NBA 2K, the city. It just looks insane. From what I've seen and what I've heard, it NBA 2K is a trendsetter, man. Like NBA 2K is a trendsetter for this. Now every game is getting some type of interactive hub world in sports games, and like it's getting nuts. And from what I've seen, it looks like it's been in development for a minute. They've been working on it for a while. I think they said for the last 2 years, but I feel like they might have been working on this for a minute, for maybe even longer, maybe 4 years, from what I've seen. But other than that, I mean, it's the FC grounds. We'll see how like it goes over with the EAFC fan base. I know game modes like Rush and Volta. It's like, okay, launch week. It's like, okay, this is cool. This is fun. This is different. Then everybody kind of goes back to their home modes, whether it's foot or whether it's clubs, whether it's career mode. Everybody kind of just goes back to those modes and plays those modes for whatever they have with them. And hopefully FC grounds does bring a different feel. It brings a different experience to EAFC, because I feel like we need something like that right now. And we need, I don't know where Pro Clubs is headed. I guess we'll see what happens with Pro Clubs. I just really want AI intelligence in the game, a better AI intelligence. It just seems like people can just manipulate this game in any way, shape, or form. They really can. They can do whatever they want on the field. And I just feel like if you make the AI just a little bit better, you don't need to really nerf a lot if you make the AI better, because they're making smarter plays, right? They're making smarter plays. Positionally, they're smarter. It just doesn't work. Sometimes clubs this year has been extremely frustrating, and I can't, I don't know. It's been extremely frustrating, clubs on EAFC 26. It's just extremely frustrating. And the AI is just messed up in that game. It really is bad. And they need to really focus on that this year, I think. I don't want to hear hypermotion, whatever, or you guys went out and took pictures of footballers and all this stuff. I don't really want to hear anything about that. But yeah, talking about our news, moving into news now. Again, before we get out of this, Justin, because I think when Daniel gets in here, I'll have him explain the new advertising initiative by EA. Yeah, EAFC 27. I'm hearing that there's going to be a reveal for that, an official reveal the week of the 2026 World Cup. And then after that, they're going to be planning out deep dives. And one of those deep dives are going to be a deep dive for the FC, the grounds, which is going to be very exciting because it's a brand new mode. It's this interactive hub world similar to the NBA 2K, the city. And it's going to be very fun to see what is in there, and if this is something suitable and something feasible that we can see down the line and get better. And is it really going to change the overall EAFC experience? We'll know in the future. Okay. Back to what I was saying. We're moving to news real quick. Yeah, so I've heard that FIFA and 2K we're gonna partner up for a brand new football game. Now, a lot of people have kind of quote tweeted me on this. That is what I've heard. I've heard it was a 10-year deal that they were going to have. And I said exactly what was going on with why FIFA kind of faded away from talks. They wanted something a little bit more, a little quicker, a little bit more profitable, like the FIFA World Cup stuff, the FIFA World Cup launch title. They wanted something similar to that. I also heard that they were doing something similar to NBA 2K, where the My GM mode, where you're going to be playing. It's more of like an ownership mode where you would be able to hire fire managers, hire fire scouts, and you'll be able to kind of help the club with its financial and long-term success. And it was like more of a light version of Football Manager, because of course a Football Manager you're playing as the manager, but you can control so many things. It wasn't going to have as many features. It wasn't probably going to go as in depth, but it was going to be similar to My GM. The first iteration would have been a little bit more light. This was very exciting to hear. Again, FIFA faded away from talks, and ultimately there is not going to be a FIFA 2K per se. There is going to be a football title that is coming out that is being developed by I think it's called 2K Labs, 2K Sports Labs. They are working on a football title simulation. We will see what comes of this. I don't know if it's still a rumor, if it's been, for sure, announced. We will see what comes of it. I've always said that a simulation football game, I don't see one over the horizons. There could be one by 2K Sports um in the future, but right now, again, if you're looking for a simulation football game, there's not much beyond EAFC. If you're looking for arcade, I've said it before, Rematch is definitely the one to go for. Rematch is super dope. I think Rematch is really fun. It's like it's the purest form of Rocket League, right? It's the actual football. Like Rocket League is like this car soccer game. Well, this is actually Rocket League. This is real Rocket League with humans, I think it's a great game. They made a great game over there. The Seafood developers did an amazing job. And yeah, so that's what I know about FIFA 2K. Almost happened. It was big news for me. And yeah, it was crazy to kind of see everybody kind of pick that story up and run with it and give their 2 cents in, because that's what kind of video games are about, right? Like that's what it's all about. um I'm waiting for Daniel to get in here. We can continue on on what's going on. So yeah, before we move any forward, I just wanted to say, if you are new to the Seoul Dojo, make sure you guys subscribe to the Seoul Dojo gaming channel. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. The I don't know what I was about to say there. On our way to 1,000 subscribers. We've been moving along really well. I probably need to kind of put ourselves out there a little bit more, and we'll definitely get there. But yeah. Just make sure you guys subscribe, get in the comments. Let's start a discussion on everything we're talking about and things like that. All right. So let's jump into our next news bit. I'm pretty sure Daniel will get in here. You can tell I'm waiting for somebody. I'm like, is he jumping in or not? I don't know. We'll see. Let's talk about our next subject here. Xbox closes Ninja Theory, Compulsion Games, and Double Fine. Whew, there is a lot going on with Xbox, and we'll definitely get Daniel in here to talk about it also. There's a lot going on with Xbox, and we heard, I think, earlier this week or maybe late last week that Xbox was going to start cutting some studios here, and we heard that there was going to be definitely some firing, some layoffs, which is never okay to hear. Like you don't want to hear those things. But Ninja Theory, I think, is going to end up being independent. But Compulsion Games and Double Fine are definitely getting closed down. Ninja Theory, of course, did the Hellblade games, which I think Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is one of the best games of the year that it came out, which I think is 2018. There's so much to talk about with Xbox, and I think what's going on here is Xbox had they grabbed so many developers. They grabbed so many. For God's sake, they bought out Blizzard Entertainment. They bought out Bethesda and used a lot of money here. And obviously, we might see more of this from Xbox. Xbox is trying to cut a lot so they can afford more, if that makes any sense. It's like if you have a lawn, right? If you have a lawn and let's say there's a bunch of weeds in it, you had a bunch of grass, you thought it was going to look good, you had a bunch of plants out there, and then you kind of just let it sit for a while, doesn't really do too much, and then a bunch of weeds grow out. Okay, well, you got to cut out the weeds and you got to start getting rid of stuff so you can plant more things and make it look really good. I think that's what's going on with Xbox right now. I think there's going to be a lot of closures and there's going to be a lot of layoffs, but ultimately it's only to help them gain the money back to be a better company. ultimately, if that makes any sense. Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, Matt Booty, like before Asha Shawarma, there was just a lot. Like they did a lot. Remember, they bought out Bethesda, they bought out Blizzard Entertainment, they bought out what it was like they brought in like 15 different developers or something like that, 15 or 19, like a couple of years ago. And you know, Scalebound got canceled. Perfect Dark got canceled. A lot of games got canceled. Didn't Everwild get canceled? Like it was a lot of these really cool titles are getting canceled. And then they said, okay, well, we need to start giving away our exclusives. Now I think they're like, okay, we got to start getting rid of these things so we don't have to keep spending the money on labor on these and on these companies being open. So now we can sit back and we can say Gears of War E-Day is now exclusive because now we can afford that. these companies, Ninja Theory, Compulsion Games, Double Fine, weren't making the money, right? So we need to dial it back. And look, Greg Miller, I love Greg Miller. If you guys listen to, I think it was, did I say it on the press pass, SGO press pass? Greg Miller, Joe Juba, both of them like really helped me as a journalist and how I talk about games. They help me in so many ways. And Greg Miller even said, Greg Miller, I was watching a video and he said, look, I would just get them to start pumping out a bunch of games and have it everywhere. Yeah, that would make you a lot of money. But again, the issue is nobody knows what Xbox is right now, right? Nobody knows what Xbox is. I think I was reading Jez Corden from Windows Central was talking about the closers and stuff like that. And a lot of people, he was saying a lot of people are getting anxiety. They're anxious about what's going on with Xbox. And, ultimately he said, and I agree with him, the Xbox is going through a reset. Xbox is going through a reset. And it is being spearheaded by Asa Schwarmer and Matt Booty, right? And we have to, as Xbox fans, we have to kind of sit back and just watch it happen. We have to sit back and just kind of hope that they get it together and sit back and just watch it kind of unfold. This is part of the unfolding of it, and this is part of the reset version of it, or the reset of it. Ninja Theory, Compulsion Games, Double Fine, and there's probably going to be more. We're going to probably lose a few series also, like a Outer Worlds. We might lose those series. Because sure, Xbox can easily be like, you know what, make Fallout New Vegas 2 and sell that on PlayStation. But how do you fix the issue with Xbox when it comes to their identity and trying to get people to buy an Xbox Series X? Sure, and what Greg Miller was saying was like, screw having a hardware. Because from what we know, Asha Schwarmer was coming in to sunset Xbox. That's what the initial reports were coming out as, right? She was going to sunset it, set it in the water, let it go on its own. We'll let it down easy, and there will be no more Xbox, or the Xbox would just be a publisher. And ultimately, that's kind of what it looked like it was going to be. But it turned. Now you have Asha Schwarmer, who's coming out and saying, being transparent about the Xbox situation, saying the business is not good, it's not healthy. Hey, Xbox fans, tell me what you want from Xbox. Everybody in there was saying we need more exclusives. We need exclusives on this platform. We need to know the identity of Xbox. And what did they say? Well, we are reevaluating Xbox exclusives, and we are going to start building this new identity of Xbox. Then you see Game Pass. You start seeing Game Pass the Game Pass prices drop immediately. Sure, it's an open goal. Sure, it's an easy thing to do, but that got a lot of people on side, right? Now you're saying Gears of War E-Day is officially an exclusive, not coming to PlayStation anymore. It doesn't matter if the game, it does not matter if the game was, if it was a last second decision or not. It's happening. And PlayStation fans are going to have to suck that up. They're going to have to suck that up. Like, I've gotten into it with so many PlayStation fanboys over the last couple of weeks because they cannot wrap their head around the fact that Xbox came out and said, look, Gears of War E-Day is going to be it looks like a great game. I saw the trailer. We all saw the trailer for Summer Game Fest. It looks like a great game, and it's only coming to Xbox, like it should be. Halo, we lost Halo on that game. That is a remake. Okay, fine. Fable, I'm very upset about. I'm not going to lie to you. Forza, I'm still kind of upset about because this is an amazing Forza game, and I really would just like it on Xbox. I'm not an Xbox fanboy. I'm a fanboy of the gaming industry, and I want everybody to do great, right? I want PlayStation to do great. I want Xbox to do great, and I want Nintendo to do great. And the reason why is because ultimately, who wins? The consumers, us. We win. We win if these companies do an amazing job. We win. So again, and this won't be the only time we talk about Xbox on this on this channel, of course, on this podcast in this episode. We will be talking a little bit more about Xbox, of course. But ultimately, in my opinion, Asha Swarmer is doing a really good job so far. She has to clean up a lot of mess and has to reset Xbox before she can build it to be something great again. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. Xbox is probably going to lose money. They're going to have to make very hard decisions. And this is one of the very hard decisions. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But I think so far, her getting rid of the AI thing, I forgot what it's called, the Game Pass stuff, Game Pass prices dropping. And then you have, of course, getting the exclusives back on board and being transparent with the with your audience and being transparent with the consumer. Look, we are reevaluating this, and this isn't going to stop. Again, we'll be talking more about Xbox a little bit later. I mean, we're almost 30 minutes in. I've been talking for a minute, which is fine. I don't know where Daniel is, but it's fine. He can hop in at any time. Daniel will give his expertise, of course. Because look, on the Seoul Dojo podcast, I didn't plan on just having me. I wanted to have somebody else to give their opinion on it because we are talking about some pretty big stuff in the gaming industry. Again, before we jump over to what's been going on at Summer Game Fest, I've said it before. When you look at Summer Game Fest, if you look at it as a whole, I feel like I loved Summer Game Fest. I think they really showed some really cool games, and I said it on the SGO Press Pass. If you have to complain about this year, you are crazy. You are nuts if you have something to complain about Summer Game Fest. I think this year we're a bit spoiled. We're a bit spoiled when it comes to everything that we've seen. I mean, consumers, we should be spoiled, right? Like, we have very talented developers working on a lot of games. And Summer Game Fest just really showed that off. There's so many things I'm so excited for, and we'll talk a little bit about those things. Tashelle says, I'm fine as long as I can play Fable on PlayStation. And you know what? I think the first, because of course this is a reboot of Fable. I'll talk a little bit about what I think about Fable here in a minute. Fable is a reboot, and it is coming to PlayStation. They can't reverse discourse on that, but if there is a sequel and Xbox are in a better place, that should remain on Xbox. That is an Xbox series. That is an Xbox game. It should remain on Xbox. It is coming to PlayStation. A lot of PlayStation fans will get their first taste of Fable, and I think this Fable game is going to be amazing. I think it's going to be amazing, especially for the things that they show. I'm going to go in and just start talking about what I think about Summer Game Fest. As I was just saying, I think it was really good. I think we've seen a lot of cool things. Starting off with PlayStation. PlayStation, of course, their two main games that they showed were God of War Luffy and Wolverine. If you guys have seen on the last couple of podcasts, I have said, or you see my short, I have said that I think Wolverine is going to win Game of the Year. It looks epic, dude. Like, it looks amazing. It really looks cool. And I said specifically, it's gonna win Game of the Year over GTA 6. And the reason why I said that is I was just like the panel that usually votes for these things. Of course, they do take our vote in account too. The panel that usually votes for this just loves, the story driven single player games. I don't know. It's just how they always lean. And it just seems like GTA 6 would be too easy of an answer. So I think they would end up leaning on Wolverine. What we saw in this trailer was, of course, it would be weird if there was an open world Wolverine game, right? It's a little bit more linear, it's a little bit more level based. Um, it is gory as hell. It is awesome as hell. There's a lot of different combinations you can do. Um, we also saw Jean Grey in it, which was really I didn't think we were gonna see any X-Men, other X-Men. I'm lying. I knew we were gonna see other X-Men, but she's in it. Um, yeah, and they kind of give us a little bit of more story with it, and it just looks epic, dude. It looks gory, it looks nuts. It looks like it's gonna be one of the better Wolverine games we've seen in a while. And of course, um, who's making it? I forgot. Who was making the sorry, I gotta fact check myself. Insomniac. Insomniac is a great studio. They do really well when it comes to combat. They do really well when it comes to just like overall world building. This game looks amazing. And it was a great game to show at PlayStation State of Play. Uh we got our first look at a brand new God of War game, God of War Luffy. It is the most talked about game at Summer Game Fest, right? Probably not for the reason it should be. A lot of people are upset that you are playing as Kratos' wife, who is Faye. Um, and it's just people just being mad. I don't know if they're being mad for clicks, if they're just being overcritical of the game. This game looks freaking awesome. This game looks amazing. It looks just like God of War, except you play as Faye and you're going to be able to fly around, and it looks a little bit more hack and slashy. Not saying like God of War wasn't that. Like it just looks more, it looks faster, more fluid. Where Kratos is a brute man, you're playing as a light-footed woman that has a combination and a diverse move sets. I guess like a combination like magic, the sword she wields. It's like a different combination than you would get with playing as Kratos. People, of course, are saying, "Oh, it's not a God of War game because you're not playing as the God of War." Hey, in the first couple of games of the God of War series, you were playing as the Ghost of Sparta. You weren't playing as the God of War. And of course, the God of War in this game is the two gods of wars that you run into. So basically, you play as Faye in this game. She goes to, I guess, God of War. She goes to the God of Hell. I don't know. She goes basically where she goes. I forgot what they called it. Was it the land? I don't want to call it the lands of between, right? Like let me look this up. God of War setting. I completely forgot what it's called. God of War Luffy setting. And I'm gonna have to look this up because they named it something, and I completely forgot. Um, see, I knew that wasn't gonna pop up how I wanted it to pop up. Give me 1 second. The the every win, that is the setting of it, the every win. So what this is, it's the chaotic divine afterlife, which means all the mythical gods that Kratos has killed goes to this place, which is like heaven or hell for gods. And Luffy goes there, and there's basically a whole bunch of tyranny going on, and gods taking over other gods, and it looks like it looks like hell. I mean, honestly, it looks bananas, and the combat just looks insane. The setting looks insane. This is what I would say about this game in particular is Cory Barlog and Santa Monica Studios, when they rebooted God of War, they took the source material and just gave it steroids. It has like these worlds, some of the worlds that these developers build, they are so massive. Like there's so much lore in it. They put so much into it that like why only play as just one character? You know what I'm saying? Like there's just so much in it. why only tell one story within that universe? You built a whole universe. You built such a big, um, like the source material is so big. You've built your world building has been extraordinary. You built this amazing world. Why only play as one character from one perspective? Like it doesn't make any sense to me. It's like Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls is so massive. The Elder Scrolls world is so massive. It would be dumb just to keep playing as the Dragonborn. Like it would just be ridiculous. Like the Dragonborn is just in Skyrim. He's probably in chains by Hermaeus Amora. Like he's just one person, right? Like it would just be ridiculous. You're not using the whole world. You're not using the whole story. And I feel like this is great. I cannot wait to play this game. This got me very excited for the God of War series moving forward. It's just like The Last of Us. I didn't really care about playing him as the other girl, but the only thing I didn't like is they took everything away from that you was building with Ellie, all your progression that you have with Ellie, and then now you have to play as this other girl, and you're like, what the heck is going on? But yeah, again, big source material. I have no problem playing as other characters within such a massive world that's been built by the developers. Um, so yeah, that was mainly everything that was in. I feel like PlayStation State of Play was the weakest out of all three, and that was kind of just mainly what was good in that. All right, man. Moving into Xbox Showcase, this was big, you guys. This was massive. I mean, Oscar Schwarmer came out and said Gears of War E-Day, an exclusive, and it got PlayStation fanboys mad. I mean, I don't understand. I I knew that there was going to be an announcement of an exclusive. I didn't know it was going to be Gears of War, but I did know that there was going to be an announcement of an exclusive, and I'm glad it's Gears of War E-Day because that was the one I think that was most likely that they were able to do. This is Arsha Schwarmer's first Xbox showcase. I think she did a really good job. You can kind of tell with her being on stage, she's still a little bit kind of in herself. She's not really, she's a little shy. Um, but man, she's such a breath of fresh air, you guys. She really is. She isn't like Phil Spencer. She isn't like Sarah Bond. She's something else. And I think you can tell with her first, I think she's what, 120 days, 118 days as CEO of Xbox. You can tell that she is passionate about it. You really can. You can really tell she is. And I can't wait to see what she does in the future. But this is the first one of hers. She got in front of everybody, gave everybody a free Xbox Series X 20-year limited edition. I think it was which looks great. Looks great. Um, and of course, she let out the how about those exclusives. She said there's going to be more coming. We'll see how Xbox progresses throughout the years with under Arsha Schwarmer and what decisions they make. But let's talk a little bit about the games we saw. We did see a little bit of Halo Combat Evolved. Oh God, I'm not happy about seeing a Halo game on PlayStation. I understand Xbox's position and why they have to go this route, but I'm just not okay with it. I'm really not. This really hurt me to see. Don't get me wrong, it's a remake. It is a remake. It is not a brand new mainline Halo game. It is a remake. I hope that when they make a new Halo game, Xbox is in a better position and they can just keep it on Xbox because this is the identity of Xbox, Halo. This is the identity. And you giving it to PlayStation, even after PlayStation was like, we're not giving anything back anymore. It's messed up. There's something really wrong with it. But we saw more of it. Am I excited about it? I think the fact that it's on PlayStation is killing the excitement for me. And it's because it's a series that I hold very close to my heart. I love this series. I have books. I used to play it so much. I even when Halo Infinite came out, you couldn't have got me off of Halo Infinite for a while. I mean, I love the series so much. I love Master Chief. Um, and yeah, I'm just not that excited for it. But it's cool that they showed it. PlayStation fans will get their first taste of it if you've never played a Halo game before. And yeah, I mean, this is the game that started it all. So I'm not excited for it. Not excited, but I might play it on Xbox, of course. Um, we got our first look. No, this isn't our first look at Fable. This is like our second look at Fable, maybe third look. But then they went on and Playground Games got to talking about a lot of the economy and some of the life simulation stuff that you can do within Fable. They showed off the main antagonist in the trailer. I love that. I love the trailer because it was like this mixture between like the British humor, but it was kind of serious at one point. Um, this game looks amazing. I mean, dare I say this is game of the year for next year. Game of the year 2027. Of course, the game got pushed back to February 26th. I might have to fact check myself on that. Fable. I might have to fact check myself on that. All right. So, no, February 23rd. I didn't think this was the worst delay in the world. I mean, get out of the way of GTA 6 cuz that train is coming. Let's just release it in the beginning of 2027. That I thought that was a good idea. Anyway, so they did show off some of the economy stuff that you can do. You can own a bar, you can have a girlfriend, and some of the things you would have to do some things for that, but they talked about how like you can build a bunch of relationships, and if you know somebody and you have a bar, you can employ them at your bar. You can hire and fire people. The perception that people how people see you, the perception of you, it is all down to how you treat people, and it's so in depth, and it's so much with it. A lot of these things were in the original Fable games, but they were kind of watered down. They weren't as deep. But Playground Games took that and made it even better. You can own every pub and brewery in Albion. Like it's bananas. You can own property. You can rent out houses. You can evict people and move in yourself. There's so many cool things. Like he bought a house and he like asked people to leave, paid people to leave, of course. But like I was really surprised. You can buy a house and just have people move in and pay you the rent money, or you can have people live there for free. And it's just like you could do so much. Like I could see people you like buy a house and then like you make it free rent and you just have homeless people just live there. You can make your own like homeless house, like yeah, like place where homeless people can go, and everybody in Albion would love you for that. It's so in depth. If you haven't seen it, watch the trailer about like this I don't know if it's called that, but it's like basically the life simulation part of the game, and it is like it just makes the game that much like your gameplay and your hours are going to be way more than that. It is bananas. Yes, Michelle says yes. Finally, I can achieve my dream of being a medieval landlord. You basically can do that. You basically can do that, and I was very impressed by it. I was like, wow. So when I'm done with this story, and when I'm done killing goblins and dragons and all type of stuff, and done with the story, you're telling me I could just own a pub or own like own a pub and hire people in different little towns and cities all over Albion. Like that's crazy. I can be like I can own this place. I could be the overlord of Albion. Like this is nuts. Like this just adds so much to your gameplay time. And I love stuff like this. This is amazing. Fable looks like it's turning into and I believe they're going to show more Playground Games. And to be honest with you, the Albion that they've built, it looks beautiful. The game looks amazing. And this is the company. I mean, it's a different division, but this is a company that makes Forza, right? Like they know quality, and this game looks like quality. It looks like quality. I love how Fable is coming out. Um, okay. They did So at the Xbox showcase, they showed Persona 6, which was I was like, whoa, okay, finally, 11 years later, we have a Persona 6. They are doing a Persona 4 remake, just like they did with Persona 3. These games are awesome. These games will they are strong storytelling, turn-based games. Persona 3 kind of takes place in one building. You kind of just go floor to floor to floor. It's a great game. Persona 5, I think a lot of people got into Persona 5 and that was their first Persona, just like me. Persona 6 looks a little bit more scarier, looks more horror driven, but ultimately we got to see what the game is like. Atlas is going to be hard at work on it. I'm very excited for it because I think Persona 5 is one of the better turn-based Japanese RPGs. I mean, it's an amazing game. It's a game that I had to be like, look, I got to step away from this because mentally it just drained it mentally tired me out. It was so emotional. It was the storytelling was really strong. Um and like it's just so good. It's so real too. It's so real. It takes itself so serious, but also great turn-based combat. The characters are really good, and it's like you kind of have to structure out your days and make schedules um and it's such an experience. It's such a good experience. The game holds your hand for a long time, but when it lets go, you kind of get to into your own rhythm of the game, and it's really good. Such a great series. Um, we got a new Spyro, a Realm Beyond. That was being showcased. Don't know much about this one, but I bet you it's going to be an open world Spyro game. And then, of course, they showed Modern Warfare 4 Call of Duty. I went through those really quick because I can care less. Honestly, Call of Duty, I mean, I like Battlefield, so I could really care less about a Modern Warfare 4, but let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. Um, okay. Nintendo Direct. I really enjoyed this Nintendo Direct. I don't know why people are, it was okay. No, we got another look at Dust Bloods. Dust Bloods looks like Bloodborne. That's why I'm gonna play it, and it's on the Switch too. That's freaking awesome. I love it. It looks great. Um, Splatoon Raiders. I didn't hear that there was a brand new Splatoon coming out, but this looks cool. This looks like a different take on Splatoon than we've seen because Splatoon 1 and 2 were kind of similar to each other. But this is the cutest game in the world, man. This is the coolest. I love Splatoon. And I always have time for Splatoon. I'm gonna get this one. It looks a little bit more open, a little bit bigger. It's gonna have a different take on Splatoon, and I cannot wait to play it. We'll know more about it soon, but yeah, looks great. Looks really cool. Kingdom Hearts collection. There's gonna be a new Kingdom Hearts collection coming to Switch too, and they showed off Kingdom Hearts 4. So let's start off with the Kingdom Hearts collection. Um, about time, because the only time you could play Kingdom Hearts on Nintendo Switch was you could stream it, right? You could stream Kingdom Hearts 3. Now they have Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3 all coming to the Switch. You could download them. They're not going to be streamed anymore. Great. It's going to be the updated versions of them. It's about time. The Switch 2 can handle these games. It is about time. I'm going to buy this because I really want to play Kingdom Hearts on the Switch, and I think that'll be cool. Yeah, this is exactly needed. Like, and then they went ahead and showed Kingdom Hearts 4. We got to see some combat of Kingdom Hearts 4. My opinion on the combat is it looks more like Kingdom Hearts 3 than anything else in the series. To me, that's a bit of a negative because Kingdom Hearts 3 was a little bit easier. There's just a lot going on. I barely used the Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, I was just doing all the abilities and using all the Disney characters, and he was just going through it that way. And it's like, all right, dude, like, I don't know. Look, Kingdom Hearts 4 is basically a new era of Kingdom Hearts. Sora's in the real world now. Um, he was supposed to be dead. He's like in the real world now. He's in actual Tokyo now, or they call it Quadratum. We got to see how the story kind of progresses. Kingdom Hearts has been around for a long time now, and the writers are just trying to usher in this new Kingdom Hearts uh series. It's going to be different. I guess you can call it a bit of a reboot now, but like it's different. It's all real. So basically, where Sora's from is the fake world, and where uh where we're going now is the real world, which is like mind boggling because this is already the most convoluted storyline in gaming anyway. So I don't know. I can't wait to play it because I love Kingdom Hearts. I have my Keyblade right over there, but like we'll see what happens. We'll ultimately see what happens. And then of course the main part of the ending of the showcase, the one more thing of the showcase. Oh, and before we go, before I say it, we got Nintendo Switch Sports Resorts, which is cool, I guess. We go back to Woohoo Island. Where the hell is baseball at? Like, where is baseball at? They bringing back, they're bringing back all these sports, things like that. Where the hell is baseball? Like, I really want to play baseball on Nintendo Switch Sports, but we just don't have it. We still don't have it. I thought they would talk about it. I thought they would bring more sports to Nintendo Switch Sports, the game, but we just don't have it. Skateboarding makes his debut, which is cool. But yeah, we'll see what it's like. I'm gonna play it. I like Wii Sports Resort. And we'll see how Nintendo Switch Sports Resort works. As you can tell, I'm not super excited about it. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so the big announcement, of course, as we talked about on this channel before, was Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. No gameplay, just a trailer. They said it's coming out in 2026. Whew. Cannot wait. It looked oddly very realistic, but I cannot wait to play it. I want to see what is it like? What is the gameplay going to be like? Maybe, and I think I said it before on this channel, maybe what we'll see from God, where am I going with this? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there. What we see in this game might give us a bit of a prelude what we'll see in the future games of this series of Legend of Zelda and where Legend of Zelda is going. I feel like this might show us a few things, but ultimately I would love to see gameplay of it. And I cannot, usually when Nintendo shows off a brand new Ocarina or brand new Legend of Zelda game, it's usually a banger. They like to really unravel it, pull it back, really show you guys what it's about. I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to check it out. Can't wait to see it. And yeah, it was I love it. I love it. I loved what we saw. Cannot wait to see more of it. And I really liked the Nintendo Direct. I really thought it was really good. Moving on in our news segments, we have Xbox is not backtracking on Gears of War E-Day being exclusive. I know, like I said, we're going to be talking about Game Pass, Xbox a good bit. We're going to be talking about Xbox a good bit because there is so much coming out. I saw Tom Henderson on X. He was saying that he doesn't understand why Xbox is being so vocal about everything and that they think that everybody should just be celebrating little victories when it comes to Xbox. Why not? Why not? I know why not? Like what? Xbox lowers Game Pass prices. That's a celebration to me. I think it'd be different if this was happening under Phil Spencer. It's like, yeah, you guys, why'd you guys do that? But like when it comes to an Xbox reset, these things should be a little bit celebrated. Of course, PlayStation fanboys aren't going to celebrate it. Anyway, I got this from Kotaku. So Xbox is not backtracking from Gears of War E-Day. Xbox chief strategist Matthew Ball wrote on X on June 16th. Gears of War E-Day and Clockwork Revolutions will stay exclusives. There is no conversations to reverse course. And as we said last week, players can continue to expect signature exclusives from us every year. Get over it. And and I finally realized why I had so many people in my comments when I was talking about how I think Asha Swarma was doing a good job on X and on Facebook. Because PlayStation fanboys thought they won. PlayStation fanboys had their cigars out, had their little whiskey out, they had their steak ready, and they were like, we run this console war. We're not even going to be giving them God of War. We're not giving them Last of Us. We're not giving them any of our exclusives, but they're giving us ours. They're going to get sunsetted. Xbox is going to be gone. Asha Swarmer comes in. She's lowering the Game Pass prices. They're getting rid of AI stuff. She's being transparent with the community constantly. She's talking about a complete reset for Xbox and that exclusives are coming every year. PlayStation fanboys are pissed. Now you got people in the comments of my posts talking about, oh no, this is not feasible. This isn't gonna happen. E-Day, Gears of War E-Day is coming to Xbox. Oh, or is coming to PlayStation. Oh yeah, that was a last minute decision. Oh yeah, and it's like, what? Just take it, man. It's okay. Like, you decided to be a brand warrior and twerk for PlayStation. It's okay. Like, just realize E-Day is not coming. Gears of War E-Day is not coming to PlayStation. Clip this up. I don't care what you do. Put it on X, put it on Facebook, put it on Bebo. Gears of War E-Day is not coming to PlayStation now. And unfortunately, PlayStation fanboys tell themselves that it is so they can sleep at night. Oh hell. Oh well. Like, I mean, you have these people in my comments like, yeah, I come on here and I speak facts, bro. Yeah, me and my fucking guitar. Me and my fucking cigar. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm on here speaking facts, bro. No, you speaking your opinion. You're not speaking facts. You speak your opinion. That's what you were doing. You're speaking your opinion. And you are hoping and you're trying to speak it into existence that Gears of War E-Day is coming to PlayStation. It's not. You can be the accountant of Xbox all you want. Oh, Xbox won't be able to afford this and they're going to lose money. It's not coming. Why? Because Asha Swarmer has said it's not coming. I don't think Xbox is going to make that decision and make that mistake of saying, oh, now it's coming to PlayStation. I don't see that right now. I think they're trying to fix this company, and I think it starts with we need some exclusives on this platform. And that, to me, was the biggest thing with Xbox is that we need an identity from Xbox. And I think that getting these exclusives back will show us the true identity of Xbox again. Why should I buy an Xbox Series X? I was getting ready to get rid of mine. And then I started seeing what was going on, and I said, hold on. I'll wait. And now I still have my Xbox Series X. Okay. Last thing, last 10 minutes. I guess Daniel won't be coming, or he might come through the last couple of minutes. Do I have discussions here? I don't have it up. Anyway, anywho. Our discussions. Is Asha Swarmer saving Xbox? I think that she is. I think, like I said before, Jez Corden from Windows Central said we need to step back and we need to kind of just let it unravel, and see what Xbox does next. I think a lot of people, the reason why Xbox, I think, is coming out so much and they're saying this and they're saying that and they're saying this, I think this is kind of the new format for Xbox. And I think that was behind the scenes was said by Asha that we need to be more transparent with our community and our discussions, or in our consumers. We need to be more transparent. And I think that's why Xbox representatives and Xbox leadership have been so vocal about everything, because maybe that's the start of something. Maybe that's the start of resetting the culture and resetting Xbox as a whole. And that's where we're seeing a few closures. Again, hopefully these people can still feed their families. Hopefully these people find new jobs. And I bet you they will, because Compulsion Games made a great game. Ninja Theory made great games. And Double Fine made a great game. So definitely, hopefully these people can, find more work. But Xbox is trying to reset the culture and try different things and move forward. This is a brand new format for Xbox. Like Jez Corden said, we need to sit back, relax, and kind of just see it through. And I completely agree. It'd be different if Asha came in and didn't really say much, and it was kind of the same old thing, like, yeah, we got to kind of push our stuff to PlayStation just to kind of keep us going. Then I would think, okay, Xbox is not going to last long. Xbox is going to be a third party developer ASAP, like pretty soon. But it's good to know that, like, instead of sunsetting the company, it's the complete opposite. We're seeing something completely different. Um, I mean, we've seen so much come out about Asha over the last couple of weeks, especially after saying Gears of War E-Day is not going to PlayStation. Like when she spoke about Xbox not being a healthy company right now, and that they need to get the company and the business healthy before they move forward with more exclusives. Who talks like that? What CEO talks like that? Who talks like that? And I hope she does it. I really hope she does it. Is she saving Xbox though? I think she's taking the right directions to get Xbox back to where it needs to be, and I'm pulling for her. I really am, because ultimately I want really good competition. I want PlayStation. Of course, PlayStation and Nintendo aren't really in direct competition with each other. Xbox and PlayStation are. If Xbox is doing a lot of different stuff and Xbox is good and their business is healthy and PlayStation's business is healthy, we get really good competition. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, we've seen it with PlayStation already. If Xbox is waving the white flag, PlayStation is gonna do whatever the hell they want. They're gonna raise prices on consoles. They're gonna raise prices on games. They're gonna bend their PlayStation fanboys over the barrel. They might like it, but they're gonna do whatever the hell they want. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the PlayStation 5 generation has been very, very mediocre compared to PlayStation 4. Remember, I've always said PlayStation 4 is an amazing gaming generation. It is amazing. Some of the titles, some of the exclusives, like that should be studied. The exclusives that came out of PlayStation 4 were fantastic, and it defined the generation. Xbox One completely destroyed anything that Xbox had. I mean, completely. We didn't know what the hell Xbox One was. What was that generation? That generation put all their eggs in a basket on Crackdown 3. What the hell was that? Like, what was that generation of Xbox? Like, that was just weird. Like, there was no goals in mind. There wasn't an identity. There wasn't a path forward. Xbox Series X generation, it kind of looks like they're still trying to figure it out, but hopefully more towards the end of it, going into Helix, hopefully we have an identity of Xbox, a true identity of Xbox that people can say, I can get behind that and I can buy this console. But I think ultimately, if Xbox want to sell this Helix, whatever the hell it is, they need to kind of have a good idea of what the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is Xbox? PlayStation 5 to me has just been a bit mediocre a little bit. The generation itself, they're kind of heavily relying on their mainstay exclusives. I don't think the exclusives have been coming as quick as they have before. Um, and they've been, I don't know, this PlayStation generation, even though we know what PlayStation is, we know where their the strong suit of PlayStation lies. I think that the PlayStation 5 generation has just been a little bit mediocre. Um like I said, we've of course we've seen the Horizon game. We haven't really seen a new Last of Us game. We've seen like a lot of remakes and remasters go on PlayStation. Uh but we haven't seen anything else beyond that. I don't really believe in their Game Pass, whatever PlayStation Plus. It's kind of all over the place. It hasn't really sold me at all. So that's why I'm like, there's a window for Xbox here to really make a good identity again, build their identity again, and really make an honest push to be on top of the gaming industry again. Again, I'm gonna end off with this. I want every single company in the gaming industry to do well, because ultimately, us as the consumers, we win. We get great games, we get great consoles, we get great products, and everybody competes with each other to be better and better and better, and we ultimately win as the consumer. That's what I gotta say. My name is Curtis with the Seoul Dojo Gaming Channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Seoul Dojo. We're well on our way to 1,000 subscribers. I'm gonna kind of put that out there a little bit more on social media platforms because, man, I've been doing this for a while. I've been trying to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. I've been working hard at it. You guys can follow me on X at Kurt from the Dojo, where I'm bringing out a lot of stuff. I'm talking about a lot of gaming news. Saying a lot of opinions, things like that. That my X account is growing a lot too. So yeah, make sure you guys subscribe there. Make sure you guys follow me there. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Seoul Dojo Gaming Channel, and I'll check you guys later. All right. Oh, also on Spotify, you can follow us on Spotify. Sorry, and I'll check you guys later. All right. Peace.